Welcome to the world of pride, and I am your host, the one and only Kippy Love. I'm making a rant rave video. You want to be in it? Just send me your information, and I'll gladly put you in my rant rave video. If you happen to be somebody that I want to rant and rave about. Anyway, hello, and, I already said that. Hey, well, that was a vicious way to say it. But anyway, today's video is about PlayStation. Well, not just PlayStation, it's other things out there that could be like this situation. But basically, PlayStation is where the rant rave video is about today. I'm not mad at PlayStation. I don't hate PlayStation. I love PlayStation because, everything they've done in the past, most of everything they did in the past, I loved, and they're still doing things today that I love. But certain things that I don't like or don't love is why I'm making a rant and rave video today. I've been playing PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox for years. I played Atari, I played Commodore 64 and Comcast. I played all those games when I was growing up, or game systems when I was growing up, the Sega Genesis, But mainly I've been a PlayStation player for years. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, portable, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, Go, Vita, TV, And I still have some of the older ones like the PS3 and the Vita and the TV. But the rant and rave is basically what PlayStation has done, basically, to those. Just like any other company or individual or whatever out there in this world, you have a factory that makes TVs. And every so many TVs, 1,000 TVs, they pull it off the side and they test it out. They see if it's working with a 10-point system. And, oh my gosh, this TV's not turning on and off like it's supposed to. Let's stop the process, find out where the first one came from and messed up, and then we'll fix all of them, we'll recall them, or we'll get them off the line, we'll fix them, and then put them back on the line so we can sell it and make the money. And sometimes they catch the right ones and they fix all those problems and they send them back out. Sometimes they might make 1,000 and maybe 300 of between the 0 mark and the 1,000 mark are messed up. And of course then they gotta have a recall, or they have to, give people back their money, or give them extra money if something blows up on them or something like that, or burns down the house, But that's why they're having machines, and hopefully those machines are working properly, where the machines can tell when one thing messes up so they can stop the progress right there and fix that problem, so they don't have anything to worry about. It doesn't matter if it's assembly line, it doesn't matter if it's food, it doesn't matter if it's electronics, it doesn't matter if it's, making a bed or a pair of shoes. People expect things to be the way they're supposed to be. And same thing in life. People need to work a certain way. People need to serve a certain way. People need to make and work a certain way. And if you fail in that area, you fail the rest of us. you know. But with PlayStation, there has been a couple of incidents that I know of, like one incident I know of, where this company, THQ, back when they were THQ and not, somebody just wanted to keep the name around, they had made a SmackDown game, or a wrestling game, WWE, whatever it was, or WWF, and they knew, and they even told you in the magazine that this game, as long as you don't do this certain move or this certain process, you don't have anything to worry about. And they told you, okay, if you go in and you meet this guy during this match, the screen will go black and and it'll freeze up or whatever. Well, I did what they told me to do, what not to do, and it didn't do that. But the problem is every time you were playing the season and you would win a belt, it would say, would you like to start a new game? And I'd be like, no, I want to continue playing where I left off last time. I want to win the belt, and I want to keep going in my career and my season. I want to win more belts. I want to do this. I want to do that. And there was a glitch in the programming. And I went and talked to people. I even called the PlayStation corporate. And I was like, what's wrong with this game? And they were like, we're just, we've got another game coming out in less than 6 months, and it's better than this. And, if we don't have the money to, or the time to pull everything off the shelves and make people wait for that game for another 6 months. So we'll just let them play the best they can play and get whatever they can get out of the game. And then when the new game comes out, it'll be better than this. And sometimes, yeah, I've seen the games, get better and better as time goes on. But in some other areas, they make the game worse and worse. Like in wrestling, it used to be where you would, you could pick any character and you could start the series or the career mode, and you go for a year, maybe 2 years, and then you get a signed contract, and that would be your mission, right? You'd be the number one, the greatest. But then they started taking that feature out, and they started putting, where you could decorate your room when you walked into it, like the locker room, and you could decorate it with all this stuff you wanted that you could win and unlock and all that stuff. But it wasn't like a Sims game where you could actually walk in there and look at your stuff. You had to see your stuff in the background when you were walking through the scene or whatever. And then they started putting these things like, oh yeah, this mission, you're going to play as John Cena, or you're going to play as Rey Mysterio, and you're going to live their life during this certain time period. And you have to do everything they tell you to do, and if you don't do exactly the way it's supposed to be done, it won't work, Or Road to WrestleMania, you got only 4 people, you have to do like a month worth of wrestling, and then it's over, and you have to do all these extra things just to achieve the goals, the trophies. But it takes all the fun out of the original gameplay that it was so fun and everything. It's like NASCAR. I used to play NASCAR back in 2005, 2006, whatever, 3, where you could race and it was like, number one, I won the match again, yay, I'm number one, But then they made it so darn hard, that you had to be in the draft. You had to drive like a professional race car driver, or else people would be passing you. I remember I was playing NASCAR one time, and I went through the whole entire, 2 laps or 10 laps or whatever the limit was, and they were passing me like 2 or 3 times. I'd be going 200-300 miles per hour, and they'd be like, vroom, vroom, vroom. And I'm like, I felt like I was driving 10 miles per hour on a speed ramp. They used to have basketball where you could shoot the basket and pass the ball and do a sprint, you know, so you can run faster. Now it's like you have one button that controls the way the ball moves. You have another controller button that moves the player. You have like Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct. You had to do up, down, left, space, triangle, you know, like 10, 15 different button moves just to get one effect. Took all the fun out of it, you know. But getting back into what I was talking about, PlayStation, my rant and rave with you is I've been having a problem probably the last year or two at the most. Major problem. You know, you guys came up with this update. You know, supposedly you're not doing any more support for the PS3 or the Vita, right? But you come up with an update. And what happens with this update? Like I said, with, you know, when you do this factory thing and you make a product and you may have 300, 700 products that were fucked up, but you only see 0 and 1,000. And you start over again at 0 and work up to thousands, and you just pick a random spot in there to look for a mistake, and if you don't see it, you throw that on down the road, and you may get lucky and nothing's wrong, or you may have a lot of that's wrong. And when they do an update, they try to fix one problem. They're like, okay, let's take this brick out here and put a new brick in. But then they don't realize when they take that one brick out to put a new one in that's cracked, it probably weakens the rest of it, and it cracks a lot more that they can't see. You know, and eventually it's going to fall apart again somewhere. And that's exactly what happens, is they fix one little patch, but then it's like, let me have a whole bunch of squares up on this platform here, and we're going to take this square out and put a triangle in there. One side might be flat and works perfectly with that flat surface there, but then there's no connection on the other surfaces to make a whole connection. So then you have problems from that. Then they got to come back, make another update, and then they have to have another update until maybe one day they get that game perfect, right? Or that system perfectly done. And that's what has happened. Last update they did, I was like, everything was working great on the PlayStation 3 and the Vita. And then all of a sudden it was like they took the ability to buy with money or a credit card, you know, or a PlayStation card. You couldn't put any of that in there anymore to buy anything. You have to go to your PS5 or your PS4, put money on the account there, and then you'll see the money on the PS3, and then you can actually buy stuff, right, and put it on your system. Well, they make everything so difficult in certain areas. Like, I want to upgrade my PlayStation 3. I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive, and everybody shows you exactly how to do it. You load this up, put it in this file, then you put this file into another file, you put that file into another file, then you update that onto a memory card. You have to make sure it's formatted, there's nothing else on that card, and then you have to put that into your PS3. You have to load that up somehow onto your new hard drive. And I do everything they tell me to do, but for some reason, my PS3 either doesn't accept it, or the way the programming is, or the way the internet is, or whatever the situation is, it doesn't work. I've seen other people do it, and it works perfectly on their systems. I don't know if it doesn't work and they're lying to me and they say, see, it works. It did work one time, but then somehow it malfunctioned or something, and I lost a hard drive because of it. I still have my other hard drive and I can use it, you know. But it's like because of the update that they did without checking 100 million PlayStations and only checked maybe 5 or 6 of them, or 10 at the most. They were, but the rest of them did. Then they have to come out with another update. You know, and they just did a 4.90 this year in 2003. It's been what, good 5-10 years or whatever since they stopped all, you know, whatever. But they lied to us. They said they don't do support, but yet they come up with an update this year. We're not doing support, but we do support. We did fix your machine. We're supposed to fix your machine one more time, just because we're being nice. No, if you were nice, you would stay making the format. You would stay making the, you know, the support for this PlayStation 3 and the Vita. And what happened was that I got this error, 6 something, and it wouldn't let me buy anything. It wouldn't let me download anything from the PlayStation Store. It could give me this error. And it did, and then it gave me another error that when I wanted to sign in, every time I would sign in, it wouldn't let me sign in. I had to go do something else to sign in. I had to download a code or whatever, and I would have to put that password in or that code in, and then it would work. But then the next time I turned my machine off and turned it back on, I would have to go in and redo the shit every fucking time on PlayStation 3 and my Vita. And they finally did something to that, and it worked. And now I can do this and do that. And then one day I went in, and I went to play a game online of digital. I mean, I had digital already, and everything was working perfectly on digital. And then I went and back, and when they did this new 4.90, you know, update, I put my disc in there, a hard disc, you know, Call of Duty 3. I was going to play online. And as soon as I clicked on to play online, it came back and said, oh, sorry, you've been signed out. You need to sign in. And I'm like, okay. So I go to sign in, and it keeps telling me, can't sign in, can't sign in. And I don't know if what I did was the problem, and it messed me up. But I was like, now I can't even sign in. I can't do anything. You know, it's stuck. And now I either have to do a factory restore, I have to do a different kind of restore or something, maybe it'll work, and I can start playing my PS3 again. And it sucks because I just went out and bought GoldenEye 007 and the move controller and navigator, and I bought a new camera, and I got the gun thing. You put all this in, and I got that for Christmas, and now I can't use it. I'm not going to be able to use it. I'm not going to be able to play my PlayStation anymore. I'll probably not be able to play my Vita no more, my PS3 or whatever, because of this update or because of whatever I did to it, you know. So I've got to go in today, and I got to try to figure out what to do, what I did, so I can get it working again, so I can play my games. And then also PlayStation has also messed up other areas. It's like you got your Vita and you got your PlayStation TV, that is exactly the same thing. It's like I can't find the actual cord that would connect to my PSP Vita where I could play on the big screen. So I had to get the PlayStation TV so I could play these little games on the big system, on the big TV. But certain games don't work on that system, so I still have to play these games on a small screen instead of on my big screen, which is kind of stinky, kind of sucky. PlayStation has messed up the PlayStation Vita and the other little game systems, the 1000, 2000, 3000 in the Go. You know, It used to be where this was the top of the line. This was so great. You could do everything on it. You could take it out on the road with you. You could use Wi-Fi and everything, and it was great. And you could watch movies on there. You could watch YouTube. You could do all that stuff. But they took all that away, and they said it was ahead of time, and we don't feel like putting the money into it. You know, just like they did with programs like PlayStation at Home, a money maker. It was, you know, they had one time they said 17 to 19 million people were doing PlayStation Home at the time, and they just decided that it's not making us real money. Instead of somebody spending $5 or $10 a month on the system thing, we'd rather have somebody make $60 a month. If everybody made $60 or $70 a month, that would be even better than making 5 or 10. You know, and then they came out with PS4 or the 3. You had the PS3, you had the camera, and you had the video chat. And that was so amazing because you could have 5 of your friends come in. You all could have a meeting. You could show pictures to other people and stuff like that. It was great. You could talk to your friends one-on-one. It was great. You could, just like video chat on your phone. It was great. It was wonderful. You had a way you could put your music. You could download your music. You could download your movies, your games and everything onto your systems. You wouldn't have to keep putting the memory in the cards in there. Or you wouldn't have to put the, games in there and play them. You could just play your music off the system without having to put a new disc in every time you want to listen to music. That was great. I wish they would bring those features back on the 5 and the 6, whatever coming up in the future. And then I used to love, making YouTube videos using the 4 and the 5. But now whenever I use these things, they're not updated. They don't give a shit about them anymore. So when I make a YouTube video playing the game, it's like somebody might come on and say something, but then by the time I even notice that they're on, they've already left. Or they say something, they've already left, and I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hello? Are you still there? I can't tell because it doesn't show real time when somebody comes in and talks to me. It's like slowed down progress. Hello? Hello? Oh, hey. I saw your lips move, but I didn't hear your voice. Or I texted you, but you didn't see it. Oh, yeah, it was, 30 minutes later. And then when you make videos, it's like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. On the PS5, you can't make a YouTube video anymore live because they decided they didn't want that feature anymore. Now you can make a video, but you have to play the game, and it records what you did, and it puts it in this box over here. Then when you get through playing the game and you're through and you want to make a video, then you upload it at that time. But then you can't do anything else with the system. You can't play the game, and heaven forbid, don't let it shut off on its own, because if it does, it's going to stop the video process. And then when you turn it back on, it'll start back up. And then maybe one day, 2 days, 4 days, 5 days down the road, your videos finally load up. It's the way it used to do on the phone sometimes. It wouldn't load here, but it would load somewhere else quick. Other times it would take 3 or 4 days before it loaded up. I used to be able to do on PlayStation. On YouTube. I used to make live videos every day. And people could talk to me and say, I love your shirt. I love, where are you walking to? Stuff like that. It was great. And then because of certain individuals, they wanted to use them as excuses. And they decided to cut off anybody that didn't make 1,000 videos or 1,000 hours or 4,000 hours of video time and views and shit like that. They decided to take my live video chat away. I wasn't making any money anymore. I wasn't that whole $1.10 or that 15 cents a year that I was making. I lost that. And it kind of saddened me that they would do that kind of crap. So PlayStation, all I'm saying is put more love, put more energy, more pride into your systems, into your customers. If you're going to do an update every so often, keep the support going for it. So I can call you and say, hey, how do I update my PlayStation the right way? What if I send you my PlayStation? I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to call PlayStation. I'll say, hey, I'm going to send you my PlayStation 3. Could you please put a new hard drive in it, the biggest hard drive you can put in it, upload it for me, get it working so I don't have to worry about, I'm going to lose all my games or whatever. I'm having a glitch in my programming or whatever. It's not letting me update. I'm not being able to use my system. Can I send it to you and you fix the problem and send it back to me? Thank you very much. I would love it if they would do that. I would love that. I would love it if they would fix my Vita or my TV, PlayStation. If my 5 or my 4 had problems, they would fix it. They would get it the way it needs to be, so that way I could keep playing and I would enjoy it. It's sad. That's my rant and rave for today. But anyway, that's our video. Y'all have a awesome day and a perfect tomorrow. We'll catch y'all at Discussion Post where we meow about same thing. I have rant and rave about my catnip. I love it, but I can't do it because it paranoids me. I didn't have to worry about getting in trouble. I didn't have to worry about, it messing with me in the wrong way. And I could just enjoy it. It'd be great. But, that's the way it is, I guess. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. And when it comes to the order, share. Number one, first, before anything else. You say, I just saw this great video, and this guy, he's awesome, he's amazing. He may not be the best of the best, but man, his quality of his games, his quality of his information, his quality of his heart and soul into whatever he does in his videos, you need to watch this guy. He's really good. He's great. He's amazing. He does so many things he tries to do. Unboxings and video games and food reviews and drink reviews and rant and raves, and he does all this cool stuff. Go subscribe to the man, help the man out, because he wants to become a great YouTuber one day, maybe. He would be able to make money off this, and he could retire from his job and do what he likes to do, living at home and enjoying life out in the world. Mark Weens is out there. Look at what he's doing. He's doing what he loves to do. Other people that they get PlayStations and cars and stuff like that sent to them so they can review it and they get to keep these things. That'd be cool if I could get stuff like that. That'd be cool. PlayStation 6 coming out. Yes, I'll be the first one on my block to get it so I can review it. That'd be cool. And then subscribe. Subscribe to help my channel grow. I used to be up to almost 300 subscribers. And it'd be great if I could get up to 300 again and pass it this time. And get past 300, maybe get to 1 million one day, or 1 billion. That'd be great if I could live that long. And then like my videos. Every time you see them, don't just like one that you like and dislike the ones you don't. That helps my channel grow even more. If you show you show YouTube that you like my videos and they're good, like them, and then comment. If you really like my stuff, comment about it, If I made a mistake in the video, say, I don't like this, or I didn't like what you said about that, then tell me. Don't just pop in and go, I like this video, I'm going to subscribe to them. But then you watch the next video and you go, oh man, this video sucks, I'm going to unsubscribe. Then you come back a year later, oh, I like this video. No, I don't like that video, I'm going to unsubscribe. No, don't do that. Just stick with me. If you're going to, you know, it's like, you know, if you go out and you say, I'm going to try, you know, I'm going to try peanut butter. Just because you love peanut butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but you don't like peanut butter with a chocolate candy bar, don't just stop eating peanut butter just because of that. Try other things. Same as my YouTube channel and other people's YouTube channel. You may not like this video, you may not like that video, but you might like this one. Give support, you know. But anyway, that's our video. Bye.